Welcome to Lesson 91. Today, we are going to dive into the topic of Korean company culture. Whether you are working in Korea or just curious about office life here, understanding how to express your opinions politely is essential. We will learn how to share your thoughts, both the positive aspects and the challenging ones, using soft, natural-sounding Korean phrases. Let's get started. In this lesson, you will master essential phrases like teamwork seems important or the atmosphere is a bit cautious. By the end of this session, you will be able to share your impressions of Korean office life without sounding too direct or critical. We will focus on balancing your feedback to keep your conversations professional and respectful. Before we begin, let's quickly review Lesson 90. We practiced talking about actors and performances. For example, you can say,
제가 제일 좋아하는 배우는 공유예요. 연기가 자연스러워요.
using phrases like
응원하고 싶어요.
shows genuine interest. Keep using these expressions to describe your favorites. Today's goals are focused on communication strategy. We will cover 4 main areas, making a soft first impression, highlighting positive points, addressing difficult topics politely, and finally, forming a balanced opinion. This flow will help you navigate professional conversations in Korean with much more confidence. First, let's talk about first impressions. When you share your opinion about a new environment, it's important to sound soft. By using specific Korean patterns, you can express your views on work culture without appearing too strong or aggressive. Next, we will look at positive points. We will practice phrases related to teamwork, politeness, and responsibility. These are common and highly valued topics in Korean office culture, and learning how to discuss them will help you connect better with your colleagues. It is also important to know how to discuss difficult points. Whether it's about hierarchy or pressure, we will learn to state these points in a polite way. This skill ensures you sound thoughtful and balanced, rather than just complaining, which is vital for maintaining professional harmony. Finally, we will work on balanced opinions. In Korea, it is very natural to discuss both the pros and cons of a situation. You will practice linking positive and difficult points together, which will make your Korean sound much more native-like and nuanced. Here is a quick cultural note. In Korean business settings, people rarely make blunt judgments. Instead, we use phrases like
인 것 같아요.
which means I think it is, or it seems like. This small addition makes your feedback significantly softer. Always aim for that balanced structure, share an impression, add a positive point, touch on a difficulty, and finish with a positive, open-ended thought. Let's look at key phrase 1 for first impressions,
한국 회사 문화는 조금 다르게 느껴져요.
which means Korean company culture feels a little different,
조금 엄격한 것 같아요.
which means I think it is a little strict. Repeating these out loud is key. The suffix
것 같아요.
is your best tool for softening any opinion. Let's repeat out loud after me.
한국 회사 문화는 조금 다르게 느껴져요. 한국 회사 문화는 조금 다르게 느껴져요. 한국 회사 문화는 조금 다르게 느껴져요. 조금 엄격한 것 같아요. 조금 엄격한 것 같아요. 조금 엄격한 것 같아요.
Key phrase 2 focuses on positive points. Try saying,
팀워크가 중요한 것 같아요.
means I think teamwork is important. It is a very common positive point about Korean workplace.
예의를 중요하게 생각해요.
Means people think politeness is important. These are very natural phrases when discussing office manners, like greetings and the use of titles. Practice after me.
팀워크가 중요한 것 같아요. 팀워크가 중요한 것 같아요. 팀워크가 중요한 것 같아요. 예의를 중요하게 생각해요. 예의를 중요하게 생각해요. 예의를 중요하게 생각해요.
For key phrase 3, we discuss difficult points. You can say,
조금 조심스러운 분위기예요.
which means it has a slightly careful atmosphere. A soft way to describe a workplace that feels formal or cautious.
위계가 있는 것 같아요.
Means I think there is hierarchy. These phrases describe the situation objectively, which makes you sound observant rather than judgmental. Repeat out loud after me.
조금 조심스러운 분위기예요. 조금 조심스러운 분위기예요. 조금 조심스러운 분위기예요. 위계가 있는 것 같아요. 위계가 있는 것 같아요. 위계가 있는 것 같아요.
Key phrase 4 helps you wrap up with a balanced opinion.
좋은 점도 많아요.
Means there are many good points too to stay fair. Often used after mentioning one difficult point. And my favorite for closing a conversation
익숙해지면 괜찮을 것 같아요.
means I think it would be okay once I get used to it. It shows you are flexible and positive. Let's practice with me.
좋은 점도 많아요. 좋은 점도 많아요. 좋은 점도 많아요. 익숙해지면 괜찮을 것 같아요. 익숙해지면 괜찮을 것 같아요. 익숙해지면 괜찮을 것 같아요.
Here is our vocabulary list for this lesson. We have words like
회사, 분위기, 팀워크, 예의, 위계,
we also have important verbs like
존중하다, 익숙해지다.
take a moment to review these terms. This word book table summarizes the key vocabulary. Remember, consistent practice is the secret to fluency. I recommend memorizing the Korean, Romanization, and English meaning for these 12 words before moving on. Let's look at a dialogue. Person A asks, "What do you think about Korean company culture?" Person B responds with, "I think teamwork is important, but it has a slightly careful atmosphere." Notice how they balance their answer? It's a great example of being both honest and polite.
한국 회사 문화에 대해 어떻게 생각해요? 어떤 점이 달라요?
팀워크가 중요한 것 같아요. 그리고 예의를 중요하게 생각해요.
좋은 점이네요.
네, 그런데 조금 조심스러운 분위기예요.
아, 그래요?
네, 위계가 있는 것 같아요.
그래도 좋은 점도 많겠네요.
맞아요. 익숙해지면 괜찮을 것 같아요.
Here is a reference list of all the key phrases we covered today. Keep this list handy for your practice. From expressing differences in culture to stating that you are still getting used to things, these 10 phrases will cover most of your basic needs.
한국 회사 문화는 조금 다르게 느껴져요. 조금 엄격한 것 같아요. 팀워크가 중요한 것 같아요. 예의를 중요하게 생각해요. 조금 조심스러운 분위기예요. 위계가 있는 것 같아요. 회식 문화도 있어요. 좋은 점도 많아요. 아직 익숙하지 않아요. 익숙해지면 괜찮을 것 같아요.
For your homework, I want you to write a 5-touch, 6-line mini dialogue using the phrases we learned today. Practice reading it out loud 3 times, varying the topics. And remember, the next lesson, Lesson 92, will be about imagining your ideal day in Korea. Great work today! To recap, today we explored how to talk about Korean company culture. We practiced using 것 같아요 to soften our opinions, and we learned how to balance our thoughts on teamwork, hierarchy, and office atmosphere. You are now much better equipped to have professional, polite, and natural conversations in Korea.